Hello, good day. This is Raki Kisu, your guidance officer, and today I have a few suggestions for you on ways you can help a friend who may be suffering from mental health issues. Have you ever been in a situation where you're really trying to help a friend struggling with something and you get a feeling that no matter what you say, you're not saying the right things or you're just making things worse and you feel very, very frustrated? That happens to all of us. So for that purpose, I have a few little suggestions. They're very simple on some things you can do and some things you probably shouldn't say. So on the first part on how to help, here are a few things. First of all, you offer your help by letting the person know that you are there when he or she needs to talk. You can say simply, would you like to talk about it? If the person says no, that's okay. You say simply, well, I'm here for you whenever you may need me. And that's all you need to do. The second thing is acknowledging the person's emotions without judgment. So there is no need to say you shouldn't feel like this or this is a bad feeling or you need to stop that. You simply acknowledge the feeling that you're identifying from what they're saying. So you can say something like, it sounds like you're feeling very frustrated, and allow them to keep talking about what it is frustrating them. That is a good and healthy way to communicate with a person who may be struggling with issues. I have found it very helpful in not assuming what someone wants from me, but rather in asking them to tell me how they would like my support. And I do this simply by saying, how can I help? How would you like me to help? Even as a guidance officer, I do not assume that I know exactly what my client wants. So I open the way for them to help me guide them by simply asking, how can I help? And that is a good way to communicate with your friends struggling with issues, especially when you don't know what to say. You simply say, how can I help you? How would you like me to help? How can I be there for you? And that person can help you help them. The last part of this first segment is simply, and I've said this before, if you think that the person's issue is serious and he or she is not handling it, if it is their mental issues are not being attended to and it's disturbing their normal day-to-day routine, their ability to go to school, go to work, or even take care of themselves or persons in their charge, you can recommend to them that they see someone and that they do get the help that they need. You can see my other videos on places to get help so that you can give them an idea of where they can go. Next, I would like to address some things not to say. Again, most people are really trying to help, but sometimes in their passion to be helpful, they tend to say things that are very unhelpful, such as, calm down, stop acting like a crazy person, or my personal favorite, relax. Think about a time when you were really upset, really sad, really nervous, and then someone waltzes in and goes, calm down, relax, stop behaving like this. It's really not helpful. So if you have a tendency to say these things and you really want to be helpful to the other person, probably try saying something different instead. Another idea of something not to say is just shake it off. Think about it like this. If someone breaks their leg, you won't really say to that person, just shake it off. You shouldn't say to that person, just shake it off. In a similar way, if someone is having an emotional mental issue, really, it's not helpful to say just shake it off because honestly, they can't. The third thing I would like you to be careful of saying is suggesting that the person is just looking for attention. I have dealt with many students who are struggling with a variety of different issues, and I can tell you for an absolute fact, they never want the attention. In fact, none of them ever want their parents to really know that they're struggling with things like anxiety and depression or cutting or anything like that. They don't want attention. what ends up happening is they gather a lot of courage, hoping to be better, to admit that they have an issue at all. And when after all that courage and all that fear, they finally admit to having an issue, and then someone they love says to them, he just wants attention, I can tell you for a fact, it hurts like hell. And so if you're trying to be helpful to that person, don't say that that person is looking for attention, and I assure you that they really aren't looking for attention. The last thing is people tend to say to people who have mental health issues that it's just in your head. And my question is, if it is just in your head, why is that less of an issue than if it was anywhere else in your body? Someone having a heart attack, you don't say to them, it's just in your chest. Someone having a broken limb, you don't say it's just in your bones. No, so then we should really be a little more mindful not to say to someone with a mental health issue, it's just in your head. It is in your head, yes, but there's no just in it because it is very important and serious, and it's still a struggle for that person regardless. Some important things to remember as you're trying to help someone who's dealing with mental health issues is that sometimes you may say the wrong things. You may not have any idea what to say or what to do, and that's okay. All that's really important to that person is that you're there for them and that you are trying. So if it is you feel like you are failing at it, don't give up. Keep trying. The person appreciates it. And just be there, and if you don't always know the right things to say, that's okay. Let the person know that you care about them and that you're there whenever they're ready. And even though your intent is good, also understand that you can't force a person to heal. Just like we can't force a person to heal a limb, in a similar way, we can't force a person to speed up their mental health journey. It is their journey, just like we have our journeys. They have a right to their journeys, and they have to take their time and make their journeys in a way that is true to themselves. And that's okay. We allow them to have their journeys. We just remind them that they are loved and we are here for them. And don't ever give up on them, even if it gets frustrating to you. There's a quote by Shannon Alder, and she says, never give up on someone with a mental illness. When I is replaced by we, illness becomes wellness. So hang in there and keep supporting those around you. Thank you again for watching these videos. Until we meet again, take care and bye-bye.